the New Yorker and lots of other places, and Happs News. So I hope you guys are well, and let's see if anybody's here yet. Um, so I thought that I would draw something for you, as I do every time I do this. I'm in my studio in New York, and sometimes I draw things that's in the news, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I draw things that are in the culture, sometimes I don't. But I think I'll turn this around and draw something for you. Hello, Ram. Good to see you. Santa Ana. Today is the impeachment trial beginning, and it was kind of interesting. I didn't draw it, but I had it on. So anyway, welcome. I'm going to turn this around, and I will draw something for you. Hi, Pablo. The right positioning of my thing. So yeah, impeachment trial today. It was interesting. The commentary, I didn't listen to the Trump's lawyers much. I listened to some of them. It was very long. But it was, apparently it was not great. That I did watch some of the Democrats' position, and they were very strong and very moving. And I tried to think of something to draw about that today, but nothing rose to the surface for me. So who's else here? Hi, Charlie, or Charles, sorry. Let's see who's here. Anyway, so I thought I would draw. Another thing that's on my mind a lot lately is I'm writing a book about women cartoonists. I wrote one 15 years ago, and I'm writing an updated edition. And it's women cartoonists of the New Yorker. And I wrote it 15 years ago, and that was really interesting because I found out that there were women drawing cartoons for the magazine in 1925, which is a bit remarkable. I mean, you might not think so because, why not? But I think there was a cultural bias against women being funny, creating humor, and that particularly was true earlier in the last century. 1925 was around the time of the suffrage. Women got suffrage, and so there was a little bit more freedom at the time for some women, not all women. I'm just drawing women as I talk. Laughing women. And then the middle of last century, they sort of drifted away from that field, and from many fields. They were not accepted, not allowed to participate in certain fields. But so that's what my history is about, and the new version is called Very Funny Ladies, and the reason why we're doing a new edition is that there's so many more women drawing cartoons now than ever before, and it's just great that there's parity now. It's pretty much equal in terms of creators. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Let's see who's here. I'll take this cord out of my phone. Hopefully, the phone won't die. Charles, yes, that was forward thinking for the New Yorker to have women cartoonists in 1925. That was very progressive. But they wanted really good artists, and I think there were a lot of women in New York at the time. Oh, it's not working. Seeking jobs, seeking to be a part of the professional fields right after getting the vote. And you know what? What's wrong with my pens? To figure out something else to use. A brush. Sorry, guys. I wanted to draw some funny ladies. I'll use a brush. So This book is coming out in the fall, and I'll probably be talking about it. My deadline is the end of this month, so I'm a little obsessed with this. And I've been interviewing women cartoonists. There's around 50 of them now at the New Yorker that draw cartoons. So there's a lot of us. But I've been in the business long enough to know how hard it has been for women to feel accepted in humor, and I think it's still problematic for many women in stand-up. That there's a lot more women doing stand-up, but it's still a lot of bias against them. And the reason why they're wearing top hats is because it's the New Yorker, and I don't know if you're familiar with the New Yorker, but there's a iconic character on the cover. And in fact, this week, the New Yorker cover has that image on its cover because it's the anniversary issue. And let's see, what should I have to do with her hands? Oops, no, I was not paying attention to what I was doing. Didn't plan to use a brush. And the Eustace Tilley character is an old, stuffy, upper class dandy sort of character. And when the New Yorker's first edition came out, it had a Eustace Tilley on the cover with a monocle. You've probably seen it if you're familiar with the New Yorker. And they were making fun of that demographic of those wealthy people. The New Yorker was a magazine that poked fun and still does poke fun at everybody. But I'm going to show you the cover in a minute. Oops, why is her chin like that? I don't know. Let's see what else you guys are saying. You've never read an issue of the New Yorker? It's a good magazine. Great cartoons. I've been a cartoonist with them for 40 years. I like working with brush. So let me take this off and I can show you the cover that I did a mock-up of the book today. I don't have the original in my studio, it's in the house, but that's the book. And I have a foreword by the editor of the New Yorker, David Remnick, and Emma Allen is the cartoon editor. That's just a color mock-up. And this is a copy of the old book that I did 15 years ago. So I'm having to rewrite it and write new parts, and it's really kind of interesting. Never done this before. Never done a new edition of anything. Let's see. Some color on these. It's gonna bleed. There we go. It's bleeding. Uh-oh. Let me the jackets. No. Yeah, I remember Jerry Lewis writing and talking about how women aren't funny, and then Christopher Hitchens did the same thing about 15 years ago. He did an article saying women aren't funny, they shouldn't practice humor. So I do remember. Nobody ever said it to my face, but the idea that women can't create humor, that they have no sense of humor, is a very misogynistic attitude. Is anybody else coming in, joining the conversation? But there's so many more women practicing humor now, it's really changed. Everything's changed. Still problems, but not like it used to be. It's much more open. I do like painting with brushes. I like drawing with brushes. It gives a much different line, more relaxed. My style is already pretty relaxed, pretty loose. Your lines look like people. My lines look like a mess of lines. Well, I haven't not seen your lines, Luke, but maybe you don't draw. I mean, I think everybody can learn to draw. It's my opinion. Let's see, my water is really dirty now, so I don't know if I can add any yellow. There's not enough. Anyway, let's give her some color. Oh, lovely. Don't do that. Rushing. Still bleeding. Look at it. Now, thank God for Photoshop now. I could fix that with Photoshop. People aren't easy to draw. I agree. So this is my palette. I use something called Dr. Martin's dyes and sometimes watercolor, but not right at the moment. I need to buy new watercolors. I'm fresh out. All my watercolors are dried up. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. I'm just drawing funny ladies. Let's see if anybody else has joined us. Nope, pretty quiet day. All right, I'm gonna turn this around, and I have another cartoonist interview in about 15 minutes. Back in there. So too much space. There we go. So yeah, so I draw something every day for Happs. I don't do it every day. I'm going to do it 3 days a week: Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And sometimes I'll draw a political thing, but didn't feel moved to do that today. But I'm a political cartoonist, and I do regular cartoons as well, and I write. And you can join me here on Happs. So download the app. It's really easy, and join the broadcasting. And they've got people from all over the world on Happs. And you can give me awards during my broadcast if you like what I'm doing, or follow me, sponsor me. It's a really interesting new app, so check it out. Happs TV. Oh, my light just went out. That's weird. Wonder why it went out. My computer died. All right, well, that's it for me. Whoa, too bright. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock. Have a great evening, guys. Wear your masks, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Bye.